a Tuesday and you're welcome to Let's Talk Showbiz here on JoyNews on Multi TV. And today, I'm sure for most of us, we've been waiting to get a response from Rocky Dawuni after Kaboom went on Twitter ranting that Rocky Dawuni had taken a song from his father without seeking permission. We'll bring you details on that. And also, Ahonfe Patri was on Drive Time on Joy FM. She has been trending, and that's because she says she's not into drugs, and Kwabena, there's no relationship between the two of them. This and many more here on the show. My name is Doreen Avio. Now, if you just tune in, this is Let's Talk Showbiz here on Joy News on Multi TV. I am Doreen Avio, and we're starting with Rocky Dawuni. So over the weekend, rapper Kaboom went on Twitter, and that is because he had heard a song from Rocky Dawuni titled Chen Chen Bie Di Mewo. Yes, that's the song by Alhaji K. Frimpong, who happens to be the late father of Kaboom, and it features rapper Sarkodie. He wasn't too happy about it, and he said Rocky Dawuni had used the song without seeking permission from him and his family. Now, that tweet actually went viral. Lots of people were talking about it, but we were all waiting for a response from Rocky Dawuni. And lo and behold, today he was actually on Daybreak Hits on Hits FM, and he's been talking more about it. He wasn't too happy about it, but he says that right after he saw the tweet, he actually contacted the family of Kaboom, but he said he made the necessary arrangements or preparations before he actually went out there to put the song together.
Talking about Chen Chen Bie Di Mewo.
Yes.
Did you seek any clearance before using it?
Well, it's a remake. And so when, there's a difference between when a song is, when you license a song and when the song is a sample, or when you remake a song. When you remake a song, you can remake any song. You can remake Bob Marley's song. The most important thing is that when you remake the song, you have to make sure that all the, mechanicals, right when you're done, you have to plug it into the system to make sure that the mechanicals and publishing of who are the rightful publishers is attended to. And so what I did was that all of that stuff was taken care of, and all of that stuff has been registered through my channels to make sure that they are. And then right now too, in music, most of their, the royalties of music no more come from CD sales. It comes from digital sales.
Right.
So, I heard the news, here about a lot of people, everybody was like, oh, the song was sampled. And I'm just like, no, it's a different. The difference is that when you license a song, you go to the original song, and you license the song. When you sample a song, as most of the bloggers are saying about sampling is when you go to the original of the song and you take portions of it, and those portions you use it as a means to create your own. So you take the original sound recording, audio recording. It's called audio recording. So you take parts of the original audio recordings and then you use that to make. But when you recreate a song, you make a new master of the song. So there's the original master and a new master. So the new master is different from the original master. But what has the most important things is to make sure that the mechanicals that are going to come out of that are all plugged into. I spend time in America where there's a system to put that in, and then we have organizations here who are signatories to that. So when I plug that into the system, the thing goes into the system, and then every person that is due, anything is due, they are protected. So the family and all of that, everything is well protected. And I've actually reached out to the family and, I told them even my intention to even help them to be able to set up, a direct account whereby whatever, their is due them, which is they are part of this remake.
Was this before or after the recording?
No, this was after the recording. The thing that you as I said, you can cover a Bob Marley song. You know, you can cover Bob Marley. You don't need to go look for Ziggy Marley. So, I mean, you hear all the coverage. You don't need to go, because there are agencies where when you cover and you make the new master of the song, you can go and plug and make sure that the rightful publishers or the rightful songwriters, their what is due them is in there to make sure that it gets to them. So you set those structures to make sure that their interest is protected, you know, and those structures are all set up. You know, my last album, I had a cover of Bob Marley there. I didn't have to go look for Ziggy Marley and all that. You create it and then you put it in there, and they have their system whereby, you know, their what's it called, their publishing and all that kind of stuff goes to them. That's how it's set up all around the world, and you can, when you cover everywhere. And for me too, knowing that it's, you know, sometimes, you know, it's the system, you know, here, you know, it has to go through several channels. Once I put it in there, I can also be able now to be able to have them even do something direct, you know, help them set up something direct so that everything that is due them from the song directly goes to the family.
Right, so that was Rocky Dawuni's response to rapper Kaboom. I don't know what he's going to say once Rocky Dawuni has responded to those comments he made on Twitter. Now, moving on, Ahofe Patri was on Drive Time on Joy FM with Lexus Bill. And of course, I'm sure for most of you, you were just waiting to hear all the answers from the rumors you've heard about her. And one of them had to do with drugs. And yes, she said she doesn't do drugs. She's never done it before. Her relationship with a musician, Kwabena, she said she wouldn't call him a friend, but like they know each other, and there's nothing going on between the two of them. She does not live in his house. And also she spoke about how the limelight has not been easy. Being in the limelight has not been easy for her. More with Lexus Bill.
I met two very interesting guys on the same day, and I really don't know who's the one. See what we want you to see on social media, but that's life. After that, you need your own life, and sometimes people tend to mistake you for the characters you play. Okay. So having to get your own life and having to, you know, have a private life is a bit. Yeah.
So for the character you played, did it have an effect on how people saw you personally?
Yes, it did.
Tell us about it.
Okay.
How did people see you?
So, I always say this. See, the name Ahofe is a blessing. But then you go somewhere and everybody's trying to check you out. Okay. To see, yeah, but then... So, yeah, but... which is not a problem, but, I mean... It is a character name, and Patri was a character, or is a character, is a girl who is a bit of a bit too known, who is snobby. So people see you and already they are ready to attack because they're expecting someone who is too known, someone Ochenoho. Yeah. And
in real life, you are very soft-spoken, you know, so you don't have that kind of attitude in real life. So how are you able to how do you deal with that when you go into a place and people are expecting all sorts of Patri character?
I mean, now I'm able to deal with it better. In real life, I'm very quiet. So people sometimes mistake it for you not wanting to relate to them. But now I've learned to open up a bit more. I've learned. Are
you a shy person?
I'm not shy. I'm just quiet.
You're just quiet.
I'd like to get to know you before. Okay. Yeah. So I guess that's what probably played against me. But now I've learned to open up and be very comfortable with people. I really don't know who is the one. Amachi is a politician. And then the day is a mechanic.
No, the politician is the one. Children of these days do not consult God, especially when it comes to the matters of the heart.
Right, so that was Ahofe Patri. We all know her, Priscilla Opoku-Agyeman, and that's a showbiz name, Ahofe Patri. So yeah, she's denied everything you have heard or the rumors you have heard about her. And now to Kelvin Boy, yes, he is with BIM record label, and now he is set to actually release his first EP.
Africa, yeah. Africa, whoa, yeah.
I'm dropping an EP, I think by the end of this month or early April. Yeah. So I'm dropping a 7-track EP with the title Time, and I believe that is it. That's it.
So why did you decide to choose Time though as a title?
Yeah, it's abbreviations though. It's the inspirational moment ever. You understand? Time. So and it makes I thought of it and it makes more sense. My expectations are to see Ghanaians accept the Afrobeat and the genre that we do and the type of rhythm and the type of music that we do, so we can go international. You know, because I've come to realize that they think if you're a Ghanaian artist, you have to sound like a deep high life, you have to sound like, you know, but we can also sound very international. You understand? So when we start sounding international, they you know, mistake us for some people, you know. So I think, of course, so I think my expectations is for Ghanaians to accept the Afrobeat genre and to accept what we do, so they can support us to where we want to be.
When this music hits you hard, you go feel no little pain. Them say this kind rhythm bad, Africa know the play. Charlie make you know the sleep, yeah. We so forget it is, yeah. I get fans to feed, yeah. So I know go cheat. In a muku wakanga, Mahaya Jim now, yeah. This song is for my people. Everybody knows that.
Right, so that's it on Calvin Boy, and yes, let's just wait for that EP. I'm sure there's so much we would love to listen to from Calvin Boy. And this is where we end it all on Let's Talk Showbiz. My name is Doreen Avia. Do have a wonderful evening.